Hello traders, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Yaroslav Birchenko. I'm the Chief Market Analyst at Olymp Trade, and today we are here to talk about a very important topic that some of you may have faced, and it's called slippage. Today we're going to talk about what it is, why it happens, what you can do to protect yourself, and I will share one of the best trading strategies that I use to have a great risk to reward ratio and to have slippage work on our side. So I'm doing very well today. Abdullah Barry, welcome my friend. Good to have you with us today. Has slippage happened to any of you guys? Any of you guys in chat, if you could please let me know if you have encountered slippage before, and also let me tell you what it is so that for those of you that are totally new to trading, you can figure out what it is and why it happens. So slippage is when the price is so volatile that it opens your position. That say when you see something happening, you go to open a position, and by the time your finger clicks on the button, the price has already changed and you get a different position than what you had originally intended and tried to capture. Now, a lot of the times this happens because the market is so volatile that the price swings are so heavy. By the time that you press the trading button, the trade gets connected to another trader and then executes. There have been so many changes and so many stocks or currencies have already exchanged hands that the price is now different. Now, Olymp Trade is an ECN broker, so this doesn't happen when you open a position, but there have been several examples for myself where my stop loss was either ignored because the stock price fell the next day. There was a gap in the stock price that my stop loss just wasn't activated, and I'm sitting with a big negative, big minus by the time I come to the computer. It also sometimes happens when my take profit got jumped over. Say there was a great earnings report and we have this, the analyst forecast was that it's going to be good, but it came out stellar and there was a massive jump. And I'll give you guys some examples in a few seconds here. So let me know if this has ever happened to you guys. Has there ever been a difference between when you wanted to open or close a trade and when that actually happened, and if it went in your favor or not? Because believe it or not, the slippage can work in your favor as well as against you. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys and show you guys a few stock picks that have really been heavy on the slippage side and that have really brought on some problems. So let me see what you guys are writing in chat. Tahir Mahmood needs a promo code. Well, we will think about it in the comments section. Actually, I will allow you guys some great opportunities to earn some prizes, so please stick around and find out how to do that. So here we have, I'm going to open up some stocks and just go through some really obvious examples of slippage with you guys so that you know what it looks like and what to watch out for. So right here is a perfect example with 3M Company after they reported and this has been in almost all of the major stock companies that I have witnessed during this earnings report. Even if the earnings report comes out amazing, like for Caterpillar, we had an amazing earnings report right here on the 29th, and then afterwards on the 30th, we just had a massive drawdown, massive drawdown, and it looks bearish right now. The situation continues to be bearish despite Caterpillar being used in massive mining projects, in massive renovation projects and construction projects in the United States. The Go Green that all the Western countries are talking about right now, Caterpillar is used in all those construction projects. So there's no reason why the stock should be falling, but yet it's falling. And that's why the stock market isn't a logical beast that you need to work with. But in the case of 3M Company, you guys see this is exactly what slippage looks like. So if you opened a buy position sometime in the week between during the end of the trading session in the 26th of July, you open up a buy position because, hey, we break out to the top. Here we have I guess we didn't break out, but it was really close to the top, and some traders are very antsy and impatient, and so they open up these buy positions and you put your stop loss like below the previous level, like somewhere around here. But the stock price, as you can see, it opened down here and it didn't allow the mechanism of your stop loss or take profit to close, to solidify, and so the trade remains open. That is a prime example of slippage. There was another example that I recently saw with Alibaba. So we know that the Chinese government has been clamping down on IT companies, getting rid of monopolies, doing all sorts of policing, and basically making the life of major Chinese tech companies very, very difficult. They've been doing all sorts of government clampdowns that have been making it, very difficult. And Alibaba recently had an IPO of Ant. It's their sister financial company, and it was supposed to be a great investment opportunity. It was supposed to revolutionize the Chinese financial market, but in the end, the government, really lowered the value of that company during IPO. So this is why this has been happening. But as you guys can see, if you were to have your stop losses below the level, I don't know why you would be buying this right now. And that's why it pays to watch the YouTube channel, because I constantly remind traders about what's going on in the world and what to watch out for. And so this would be definitely be a stock that I would be shorting over this period of time. So actually, this would be a case where slippage would work in your favor. So slippage doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can actually be a good thing working in your favor, because it will jump over your take profit and allow you to gain even more, to have even more outsized gains. So those are the examples I have for, and here's another example where your stop loss would be jumped over. So when trading stocks, you guys, make sure that you understand. Now, this is one more thing, guys. I really need you to pay attention here. I'm going to give you an example of where slippage can work against you if you don't take off your stop loss at the right time. So imagine here, you're trading on the 7th of July and you are opening a buy position, which would be the correct position at this time, and afterwards your stop loss would be somewhere down here, and this level jumps over the stop loss. Well, the stop loss is still there, right? So when these digits right here line up to your stop loss, they will actually activate. So if your stop loss was jumped over right here, it will activate on the return up there. So keep in mind that if you still have your stop loss open, you may need to close it, because we have bullish momentum. We have this bullish desire. We have these several bullish candles. So sometimes you have to use your better judgment about when to use the stop loss or when to take it off. Again, if it was jumped over you and the position continues to go down, you may need to close the position by hand. Now, if you guys have any questions during the webinar, please go ahead and ask them in chat. Do I think Alibaba stock will go up? Pranaya Pushup, really good question. I think that it'll take some time for Alibaba to recover from this, because we just recently had a cross of the 21 moving average over the 50 moving average. So this light blue over this dark blue. Let me go ahead and make that thicker so you guys can see it. It's one of the more important moving average lines. And also we have this kind of bullish momentum on the MACD, but really the MACD is an oscillator that helps me understand what's happening in a flat, within a flat. The CCI indicator is the one that is my trending kind of oscillator that I see to when is a trend happening, when are we actually, moving up sporadically, and I don't see that here. So this whole entire thing right here, judging from what the CCI is doing, I don't buy it. I don't think that there's going to be enough momentum behind Alibaba. And if we look at the, what it's been doing over the last half a year, like, this isn't really a stock that I want to be in unless I'm selling and I have the opportunity to sell somewhere from, like, look at what it did in the last half a year. We have the 100 EMA right here in yellow. And so every time price comes up to the yellow line, it's a great sell. So right now actually is a perfect time for you to watch, right? Put this stock on your watch list, and if it does reach up to the 100 or the 50 EMA, you should consider a sell. So my positioning for Alibaba going forward, I will be looking for selling opportunities from here. But also keep in mind that this is going to take a week or two. The reason being is we have these buy signals coming from the MACD across from the lower side of the zero, usually is an indication that we're going to swing up to the top. And the CCI indicator, it's coming close to the zero line. If it stays below the zero line, look for a sell. If it crosses above the zero line, wait until it reaches some sort of very high level, sporadic, like poof, like it shoots up, and then from there, sell. I think that will be a good selling opportunity. So Infinity Concept is our new stock trading mechanic. It is amazing for those of you that want to trade with low stress, low commission, and you want to be opening trades for a long time. You want to hold positions for a few days, for a few weeks, for a few months. There is no overnight commission fee. So if you buy a stock from this list using the Infinity Stock SPT mechanic, you will actually be able to hold that position without paying any commission for holding the position overnight. There is a one-time service fee that is called a positive transaction fee. So if your trade goes in your favor, you pay less than 1% commission. If it goes against you, you pay nothing, right? And the amount that you can hold the position open for is for 50%. So here's 47. So basically you can hold the position. Say you buy, AIG is the biggest investment company in the world. It insured the financial crisis in 2008 where we had mortgage-backed securities. AIG was the insurer for that entire scheme. So you can hold the position, a buy position, up until we reach 25 or something like that. So basically 50% of the drawdown, the stop loss incurs. So you have a really, really strong stock trading mechanic here. And so your job when using this mechanic is to look for a stock that is very, very weak, but has all the possibility to grow. So something after a correction. One of the companies that I would be looking for would be Boeing. Boeing actually is going through a lot of stress lately, and they've been having a difficult time kind of crawling out, despite the fact that their airplanes are now back in demand. But there have been some issues with the 787, one of their newer type of planes. They've been having issues during the construction period from, they've had really poor, the supplier that supplies some of the details or some of the parts, there were some issues with those parts. So that was the holdup, and they had a recall. Anyways, it's been a bloodbath for Boeing, but it's definitely one of the companies that you should consider for trading on the stock SPT. Now, here another thing you guys notice is that the history is very, very short, and also on the Forex platform, the history is also short. So what you can do is you can open up a different platform like TradingView, which is basically a stock charting service, and you can have a look at the history, say, of Boeing Airlines. BA. Right here, and you can have a look at their, the history of the chart, so you can see that the stock wants to return to this level, and we are right here, and this is a, believe it or not, this is an upward move. I don't like the fact that this high is a little bit lower, but it comes on the back around the bottom, right? We came from the bottom band, we're hanging around the top. The CCI indicator is above the zero level. We also have the MACD being relatively bullish. So again, this is all kind of bullish trajectory, and you can try trading Boeing right here on the stock SPT. So let me see if I can answer any other of your guys' question. Long time. How's Olymp Trade going, my people? Olymp Trade is actually great. I'm also good. Thank you so much. Atanasiu, good to see you. Nabi is asking, could you tell me where I can find useful trading news, which is useful for me to trade on Olymp Trade? That's a good question. Well, every week we're going to be having a webinar, and I'm going to be here live talking with you guys. So this would probably be the best time to ask me about what is hot news, what is a hot topic, what is a hot trending stock. But you can also go to FinViz, and it gives you a really quick change ticker. So this first menu that you see right here, this is the top movers of the market. So we have the top minus moves, we have the top plus moves, and then these moves are just crazy volatility, meaning going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down many times throughout the day. So these would be the stocks. All you need to do is kind of remember the ticker, and you can actually see the company name right here in the middle is Beyond Spring, and look for a company that we have on the Olymp Trade platform. And I'm just going to quickly look through it to see if we have any. So none of the stocks on our platform are here. AMD, perfect. So boom, look at that. So you would know immediately that, AMD is moving, definitely something that I want to have a look for. I know that AMD is a company on the, hey, where is it? Right here, is a company on the Olymp Trade platform, massively volatile. And guess what, guys? What happens after massive volatility? That's right, we have some period of drawdown. Now this again comes on the back of a really good earnings report or some sort of market news. But what we have here, guys, have a look at this. Price is going higher, but our indicator, the one that's showing us the strength of the impulse, is reverting back down. And one of the best places to buy or sell, guys, listen here, this is my experience right here. One of the best places to buy or sell is not necessarily on the breakout. I like breakouts, but I don't love them. I love reversals. And so when we have the CCI indicator coming back down up into this level, like have a look right here, we came down. Was that a good time to sell? Yes, it was. Probably you could sell sometime around here and have made all this candle in the profit. So again, we have reached the top. We are going down. Once it breaks the 200 level, you guys can't see it right here. Let me move my face real quick for a sec. So this is only for a sec. See this 200 level right here? When this little indicator drops below the 200 level, that would be a great time to sell AMD. And that's kind of how you can actually use the FinViz site. And if we click here on AMD, it actually gives you the news right here. So you're looking for, hey, what's going on in the news? Well, you can specifically target different stocks to check out what kind of events are going on and what you should be looking out for. So let me continue with slippage, guys, before we get too far ahead. So let me give you the exact definition of slippage. Slippage refers to any kind of situation where a market participant, you and me, when we get a different trade execution from the price that was intended. And so slippage occurs when you click the buy or sell button. So here, let's go to currency. When you click the buy or sell button, you can experience slippage. But like I said, Olymp Trade is an ECN broker, so we connect the trades at lightning speed. We are on the trading network and we connect traders at lightning speed. So you are going to have very quick trading execution. So by the time you click the buy or sell button, your trade is going to be enacted. The only thing is that maybe by the time your brain connects to your arm, you may be clicking at a lower speed. That's the only kind of slippage that I foresee in that situation. Now, slippage also happens when your trades close, and it happens in all markets. It happens in stocks, it happens in currencies, it happens in commodities. So, and it's not always negative. Like I showed you guys some examples where the stock is so bullish that it goes in your favor, or so bearish that it falls, and you could be selling, or you should be selling a stock that is constantly gapping down like Alibaba. So if you guys ever see that again, make sure you sell. If a stock is going down, it opens with a gap, continues going down that day, you should sell. Because usually what happens if a stock is not sure if it's going to go down or not, it'll gap down and then it'll close the gap. If that gap was not closed, it's a massive, massive trend. You should be riding that wave. All right. Now, when an order is executed, your stock or currency is purchased or sold, it happens at the most favorable price by the broker. All right. So market prices, they can change really quickly. They allow slippage to occur during the delay between when your trade is placed and when it's completed. And this is the term that slippage is, and it's used in different markets. It happens differently, and different brokers allow more or less more slippage in their system. Like I said, Olymp Trade is very tight. The only slippage that you guys are likely to encounter is when the asset gaps. When the asset gaps over your intended stop loss or take profit. So what do we do? Tell us Yaroslav, how can we save ourselves from this? Well guys, like I said, now one of the best times to buy or sell is on a reversal. That is also the best place to put your limit orders. You want to be using limit orders so that you, first of all, that you place the trade in the area that you want to trade from. What do I mean by that? Let me go ahead and find a currency that I would love to trade, like the US dollar Canadian dollar currency pair. And so we had a break right here from the top. Actually, this would be where I would place it. So let's have a look at this asset as if we didn't know the future. So here we are going from the top. This is a kind of a correction from a massive, massive sell-off, right? The Canadian dollar has been in a sell all year, and this is a normal market correction. So knowing that we are in a normal market correction, what do we want to do? We want to sell. We want to look for a sell somewhere over here, and you know, the price of the asset becomes very scary when it breaks the 200 line. Like, oh, is that going to be a change of the global trend? But right after this happens, a few trades after, we have the CCI right here to the bottom. I got to move my head again, guys. Right here, the CCI drops below not only the 200 level, but it drops also below the 100 level. And then we have a cross of the MACD. So to me, as a trader, that's when I pay attention. Like, this is an awesome time to buy, or excuse me, sell. Awesome time to sell, because we are at an extremity, right? The market is very, very overpriced. We have our oscillators confirming that the move higher is not going to continue, and then we have this trend line at the bottom that allows us that kind of allows us the opportunity to pinpoint exactly when the breakout happens to the bottom. And so when we watch this, we have that breakout occur right here. And so as this candle happens, we're thinking to ourselves, hey, we want to sell, but not necessarily from here. Again, listen to me. My suggestion is that you do not trade breakouts. My suggestion is that you trade retracements of those breakouts. And so I would put a limit order right here. I look at this level right here. I want to be trading, I'm going to move it. I want to be trading somewhere around this level where price comes back to the line. And so somewhere around there, I would open a level or a trade at 125.36. All you have to do is 125.36. You have to click this pending order button. Click the quote button, because you can use it by time as well, like if you're timing a news report. Click the quote button and then set up the trade by clicking the setup button. Now that trade is locked and loaded into your trading platform, and then you go ahead and click the down button. Again, this trade is not necessarily I'll leave it open in case today we have more volatility and it accidentally hits my trade, but I'm more than certain that this trade is not going to go through. The US dollar Canadian dollar trade is not going to activate, but it would have activated had we opened it up right here. So limit orders and pending orders are definitely the way you have to go. So a limit order basically is a pending order from one side or the other. It's used in MetaTrader, so I'm not going to go into too much detail with you guys about that. But here on the Olymp Trade platform, you can use it to put your stops and to put your buy or sell pending orders where you would like to have them. So let me see if you guys have any more questions. That is the basis of the webinar today. I will be giving you guys some now trade ideas and trading opportunities in the last 5 minutes of this webinar. Now, here's how you guys can get promo codes. I see you guys constantly asking about promo codes to here. This is for you. So think of a really good trading question that you may have. Put it in the comments section after I close the webinar and write your account ID. Next week, when Angie is going to have her webinar, she is going to raffle risk-free trades from the comments section below this webinar. So that's an easy way that you guys can earn risk-free trades by just simply learning about trading. All right, let me see what kind of questions you guys may have for me today. Where can I find useful trading news? Which is, all right, I answered that question. What do you think about Nvidia drastically down after the split? So actually the down is in regards to the split. Let me go ahead and have a look at Nvidia. Honestly, you guys, I think Nvidia is a more solid company than AMD, but that's because I'm a computer nerd and I prefer Nvidia. But if they went through a stock split, then actually it's a very good situation for you guys. It's actually a really good situation for you guys, especially now that we have the Infinity SPT trading system. Let me see if we have Nvidia on here, guys. I haven't. Perfect. So basically, it makes the stock, it does not change the stock's price. It changes the stock's price. It doesn't change the stock's value. It doesn't change the value of the company. It basically allows retail investors like you and I to trade the stock more cheaply. So it allows you to buy more pieces of the stock. So when the price changes, you have that opportunity to earn more and you can buy more, right? If you buy more stock, when it changes, you can earn more as well as lose more. So keep that in mind. So I'm actually a big fan of Nvidia. I don't know about their last earnings report. But yeah, for sure, this is more of a bullish stock than a bearish stock. So I don't think that it's going to fall too much. I do think that it's going to keep rising. And the fact that it now is cheaper, remember that there's a pandemic going on and people are staying at home and they're looking at things to do. And trading is one of the things that a lot of people are looking at doing. And so a lot of retail traders are jumping into different stocks that they know. Well, hey, guess what? Activision, Blizzard, Nvidia, AMD, Microsoft, Monster. These are all companies that we all use, and so a lot of stay-at-home traders are going to be looking at investing in these companies. Now Monster looks more like a sell to me right now than anything. All right, let's see what other questions you guys may have for me today. This week NFP killed it. NFPs are tomorrow though. Non-farm payrolls. Reversal must be after their breakout for entry. So here we have a question from Atanasiu. Yaroslav, any fundamental on what is happening on the USD in the coming months? How is the economy going on that side? Is the corona watching from Namibia? Hey, my friend, just for you, I actually have a video. Give me 1 sec, I'm gonna get it. I recorded a video on exactly what is happening with the US dollar because last week we had a very important Federal Reserve interest rate meeting. Very important. We are actually waiting for that video for a really long time. And so now, here's the video for you right here. Give me a sec. All right, here you go. So this is for Atanasiu. I'm gonna pin this comment to chat. Actually, let me do this. So I really recommend watching this for anybody looking to trade the US dollar and looking to trade US stocks. All right, here you go, guys. Sometimes slippage made more accurate trades as well as winning. Yeah, exactly, Ankit. I've had some times where slippage worked in my favor. Like I had a very, very small take profit because I just want to catch the impulse. I'm not a greedy guy. I just want a little bit of the impulse. But it jumped over my my take profit level. I instantly take it off and just sit there and wait. Wait for price to get higher. It's a good feeling when slippage works in your favor. How to find a strong trend? Ridham Vagani, that's a really good question, and I have a really simple answer for you. There's a lot of ways that you can kind of judge a long-term strong trend. The long-termness of the trend is actually dictated by which moving average the price drops down to. So you see how we have an uptrend for Apple, and see how it drops down to the 21 moving average in my Bollinger Bands indicator, but it's still a moving average. And then it continues up higher. So that way you can tell that it's a really strong trend. How can you tell if the impulse is really strong? This is another way that I want to show this to you guys. So you can tell that the impulse is really strong by looking at right here, the breakout of the CCI indicator here at the bottom. When the CCI indicator breaks out to the top side over the 100 level, that's a really strong indication that that's a strong move higher, and you can usually trade on it. Like look, if you would have opened up right here or even right here, the next few trading days would have offered you not only slippage in your favor. Right here we had the gap, that's slippage in your favor, but it would have been a good trade for a few days. So make sure to use the CCI indicator when you're trading on the Infinity Stock SPT system. How to find a strong trend, like if we used Kind Martin. Yeah, sure, you can use Kind Martin trading strategy as well. So guys, remember the promo code will be given to you next week from your comments that you leave below the video. So wait until the video will be finished. I'm wrapping that up in a few minutes, and then leave your comments in the comment section below, ask a question, and don't forget to leave your account ID. All right guys, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for participating. I hope this webinar brings you guys some money. I taught you a lot more than slippage, because slippage was kind of a very small topic, but now you guys know a lot more. So congratulations for watching the webinar. Go ahead and leave the video a like if you enjoyed it, and go ahead leave a subscribe to the channel if you want to learn about trading strategies, trading psychology, trading philosophy. This channel is dedicated to give you to help you guys make money on the financial markets. My name is Yaroslav Birchenko. I want to invite you guys to next week when we have more webinars from myself and Angie. And next week, let me give you guys exactly what we are going to be talking about. So you will have the Angie will go into detail about the Infinity SPT trading system on Olymp Trade. I'm sure she'll give you guys some good trading ideas and give you some tips and tricks on how to use the platform to your advantage. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys, I wish you guys good luck trading on the financial markets, and see you all next time. Peace.